Hey everybody, we are here at 30-Minute Author. I am so sorry about last week. I actually was very sick. I had the flu and I decided to stop being stubborn and stop trying to save the world all on my own and take a break. But we're back this week and I am so glad to be here with you guys. Today we're going to talk about why is it so hard to write today? I mean, I know you've been there. You're like looking at the table, you're looking at the laptop, you're looking at whatever it is you use to write with, and you're like, okay, I can do this. I want to write this book. I can totally do this. I don't want to do this. Never mind. So we're going to talk about that today. What are some of the common reasons that people just don't feel like writing? How it's different from writer's block. Writer's block is its own episode. That's like a totally different thing. And some easy ways to get over those little times of the day when you just don't feel like writing. So, let's go to the right screen. There we go. Okay. So, how to get past feeling too tired to write, how to refill the well, and don't worry, I'm going to explain what that means, how to reframe your current situation, how to get over boredom, and how to find your way when you're floundering. So those are the things that you're going to learn today to get over those times when you just don't quite feel like doing your work. So why is it hard to write? Well, there's a lot of reasons. I'm so tired. I'm hungry. I'm not in the right headspace to do this today. What is this? I don't even know what this is. I'm kind of bored. That Facebook game looks like so much fun, right? Oh my God, look, the pig is doing something. Oh my God, what has the dog done now? Or, you know what, I just don't feel like writing. I don't know why. Those are all these reasons why it's so hard to write. We are full of distractions, anxieties, hunger, tired. Some of these things have quick fixes, some of them not so much. But if you ever come upon these in your day-to-day, it's okay. We're going to show you how to get past them. But I do want to specify that this is different than writer's block. Writer's block is something where you are stuck for days, weeks, months, years on end. This is not one of those things where it's like, I just don't feel like doing it right now. This is one of those, there is something wrong up here. And it's okay for things to be wrong up here, because I have things that are wrong up here, and so do you, and so does a person sitting next to you. But writer's block is something that is attached to either an unsolved emotional need or an unsolved psychological need. And those are two different things. And they have different paths of healing. Now, writer's block can be helped with some of these techniques, but it's not the final solution. Writer's block is something that takes a while to get over. You have to get to the root of the problem and understand why it is you are unable to write. Whatever this hard, physical, concrete block, this wall of steel bars that is preventing you from writing, you have to figure out what it is and dismantle it. What we're talking about today are fixes for, when somebody put like a piece of paper in front of you, break through the paper wall. That's what we're talking about today. We will talk about writer's block in the future, but I just want to make it clear that writer's block is a much bigger issue than the stuff we're talking about. So, anyway, tally forth, sally forth, tally ho, whichever. So, the most popular reason for not writing today is I'm tired. Oh, God. Okay, if you are physically tired, go take a nap if you can. 15 minutes. My boyfriend does this thing where he calls it a coffee nap. He drinks a cup of coffee and then he goes and he lays down for 30 minutes. It takes about 30 minutes for caffeine to kick in, so he wakes up in 30 minutes fully refreshed. If a nap's not an option, go get a snack, but not an ucky snack. You want a healthy snack like an apple, a salad, something with protein and carbohydrates, a good mix, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, beef jerky, something like that, that will give you energy over the long term. Yeah, a donut will get you going quick, but then you're going to crash and you're going to be in the same place you were before. So healthy snacks. The other thing, and this is a little counterintuitive, is physical exercise. Maybe you feel tired because your body is bored. Your body needs some oxygen and, new fresh blood moving through it. So take a 15-minute walk. Go to the cafe and get your healthy snack. Go visit, well, I don't know if you should go visit coworkers on the breaks. That might get you into trouble. But, go get the mail. Do a dance break. Put on a YouTube video and boogie or woogie or whatever it is the young kids are calling it these days. Or even just stand up and take a stretch. Something to move your body, get things flowing, lubricating the joints, and moving the oxygen back into your cells and into your brain. Another common one is, I don't have the spoons. And if you're not familiar with this metaphor, the idea is that every day we wake up with a set amount of spoons. And each of these spoons can be used once to do something. And some days you have all the spoons you need. Some days you may wake up and you've only got like 3 of them. And on those days when you're sick, you're tired, if all you do is get up, take a shower, and eat breakfast, that's what you've done for the day. The spoons may or may not be refillable depending on your personal circumstance. If you're in one of those days where you're I can't do anything else, stop. It's okay. Something I like to do is called refilling the well. When you are at this point of emotional exhaustion, it's because you've been giving so much away. So you need to refill it. Watch a movie, read a book, spend time with friends, play with your dogs, your kids, paint something, do something that gives you emotional satisfaction so that you have, you build yourself some more spoons. Really simple. But it's really not, because we don't like to give ourselves slack. So if you are in this situation, cut yourself a break, take half an hour, watch an episode of Seinfeld or whatever. Refill the well. Another thing is to reframe the situation. If you are faced with something that is unpleasant, look at it and see how you can make something good out of the situation. And granted, this doesn't work for every situation. I'm going to be honest with you. If you are getting a divorce, have cancer, death in the family, it's going to be hard to find the good in those situations. But if you are looking at something like, I'm pissed because the dog piddled all over my carpet this morning. Well, how do you reframe that? 1, it tells you need to change up your schedule. 2, it's an opportunity to get a steam service to come in and clean the carpets. And that's nice because, you know what, sometimes when your house smells, it's because your carpet's dirty. Or it's an opportunity to get a new carpet altogether. It's reframing and looking back and saying, okay, so this is annoying. How do I make this a positive for me? And the other option is, do you really have to write today? If you are so stressed out that writing just adds onto your stressors, take the spoon away from writing and give it to something that will do you good, or something else that needs to be done. It's okay to not have the mental energy to work on your book today. It's okay. Try not to make it every day, because then when it comes every day, then it turns into a writer's block, and that's a whole nother issue. But be kind to yourself and give yourself a break if you just can't do your 15 minutes today. The other, and this usually shows up as other things. Have you ever found yourself standing in front of the refrigerator and you're like, you know what? I ate half an hour ago, but I'm hungry again. Never mind, I had like 5 cheeseburgers and a whole bunch of fries and 3 Cokes and some cupcakes, and that's really specific. Oh well, anyway, the point is that you're not hungry, you're bored. And you're looking for something else to do, something to distract yourself where you don't have to write, because you're busy doing something else. So first thing, if you're really super bored, do that something else for a few minutes. Jog your brain loose a little bit. One thing I found is that doing a little bit of laundry or washing a few dishes actually clears up the cobwebs out here. Do something small, do something little, do something fun, do something kind of boring in itself. I mean, let's be honest, dishes are really kind of boring, but that's neither here nor there. If that doesn't solve it, then it goes to the next phase. Maybe you're bored because you really don't want to write whatever it is you're working on. That's totally, if you are working on a book that you don't give a crap about something you don't care about that you were told you needed to write a book about, of course you're going to put off writing it. That's just human nature. That's just how it is. And that's okay. Well, I mean, I guess if you're being paid to write a certain thing, it's not okay. But if this is something you're choosing to do and you're not getting paid until you sell a book, it's okay to not write a boring book. In fact, I would rather you just not write if you're going to write a book that bores you. Because if you're bored, you're going to bore your audience. And bored people don't buy books. Bored people don't recommend books. Bored people don't become raving fans. Why? Because they're bored. So if your book is boring you, if the subject is boring you, if this particular item you're working on is boring you, ask yourself, do I really need to write this book, and do I really want to write this book? You're an adult. Nobody's forcing you to do it, for the most part. So do you really need to, and do you really want to? Now, the second one, we go into a little bit of psychology. Now, you're just staring at the screen. You're not really feeling anything. You just know that I just don't want to write. So this is when we get into the hard things. Do you really believe in your book? I mean, seriously. Is this book something that you really honestly believe is something that the world needs and you need? If not, maybe you don't need to write the book. Or maybe the problem is that you don't feel you know enough to write the book, even if you're writing about your personal experiences. I mean, I have a friend I talked to yesterday. He has a lot of experience with addiction because he was an addict. But when he tries to bring his personal experiences to people, they're like, well, what do you know? You're not a doctor. Okay, I'm not a doctor, but hello, I'm an addict. I know what addictions are. Educate yourself, read articles, read more things, so that you feel more confident in your ability to explain the subject to people and to be able to understand it better yourself. And the final one, and this is like a real, I don't know if I have any good answers for you because I still suffer with this myself. I mean, full honesty here. Do you think you're good enough to write this book? Is the reason you can't write because internally you feel like, you know what, nobody's going to care about it. I'm not smart enough. I'm not famous enough. I'm not happy enough. I'm not whatever enough. And that's a really tough one. And I'm saying this to you because I'm actually saying it to myself too. All those things that you think that you're not, a large portion of the time you really are. So it's like, it's one of those things where you have to work on yourself and you have to believe in yourself. And if you can't believe in yourself, it's okay to let other people believe for you until you can believe in yourself. So, yeah, I wish I had better news for you, but it's one of those things that we all get to work on and we all get to become better at because we are good enough. So, okay, homework time. All right, so what I want you to do is to stop the boredom, stop the hunger, stop the fatigue before it starts. So, number 1, write down 10 things that refill your well. These are things: gardening, painting, making jewelry, going to the gun range, petting the dog, doing needlework, reading a book, watching a TV show, listening to music, going to the movies. 10 things you can do that when you feel mentally and emotionally depleted, that will make you feel better. 2, stock the house with healthy and yummy snacks. So there's no point having healthy food if you're not going to eat it, because that's just wasting money, and that's money you could be spending on like an editor or ads or something. Don't waste your money. So buy foods that are healthy and that you will eat. And it's okay to have like ranch with your carrots if that may help you eat the carrots. It's okay. There's no shame in it. You don't have to tofu out. It's all right. And 3, choose one exercise to do when you're feeling low. Belly dancing, jumping jacks, hula hoop, running around the house with the dog, chasing the pig when she runs off with your food. That happens way too much in this house. But something that is fun, that's quick and easy, that doesn't require you changing clothes, any fancy equipment other than like maybe a jump rope by the side of your computer or a hula hoop, and that you can do quickly. So that's it. Check us out at 30minuteauthor.com, 30min author.com for more of this great stuff, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.